Therapy! Here's the truth about therapy. It's fucking excellent. But for all the people out there that could do with a bit of that sweet therapy nectar, very few will actually get it. Why? There are plenty of reasons. They don't trust it. They've had a bad experience with it. They're worried about what others would think, or they just don't have time. Whatever the reasons, it ultimately comes down to the same thing: understanding it. So, if you're thinking about therapy or you know someone who might benefit from therapy, then this is for you, because this is an all-you-can-eat therapy buffet, a 5-part series that will demystify the process and empower you to seek help if you need it. So let's dig in with What is Therapy? Episode 1. Sure, therapy is fucking excellent, but what is it? Can someone please tell me? This is Dr. Zach Seidler, clinical psychologist, senior research fellow at the University of Melbourne, and the director of mental health training at Movember. And yes, he chose that title himself. Take it away, Dr. Zach.
Therapy has had a bad rap, which is mostly the fault of people like me. We haven't done a good enough job telling you what it is and what it isn't. Despite what you might have heard, therapy isn't all medication, lying on plush leather couches and reflecting on your childhood. Sure, it can be those things if you want, but what's important here is realizing that therapy comes in so many shapes and sizes. This is therapy. This is therapy. Even this is therapy. It's all therapy. The exact shape therapy takes is actually irrelevant, as long as it provides a space where you can learn to better understand yourself, your strengths, and what makes you tick. In the end, it's about developing practical life skills, except these skills are about self-care, learning to deal with the stress of everyday situations like losing your job or going through a breakup. Ultimately, it's about improving your mental health. And who doesn't want that?
So here's the thing about Dr. Zach. I like him and all, and sure, he's got a PhD and he's dedicated his life to this field, but he's just one man with one very well-researched opinion. So I think I'm in need of a little anecdotal evidence.
Therapy has changed my life for the better. It has helped give me tools that I will take with me for the rest of my life.
My confidence has skyrocketed by having an issue pop up, using the tools, seeing that it works, seeing that somebody else has used this stuff and that it's worked for them.
When you go to a session and you sit there and talk to someone and you walk out of there afterwards and you just, I'm so relieved I did that.
It was good just to be able to talk to someone in a private confidentiality kind of environment.
You don't know until you first go, and then you realise, wow, I've got so much to talk about.
It's a very normal conversation that you should be having. Your mental health is everything.
There's this stigma around therapy that's oh, you need to be extremely mentally ill to go to therapy, but it's kind of even if it's just little things, it's their job to talk to people when they're not feeling well mentally and emotionally. It's like going to a doctor.
Even if you don't like talking to people about this stuff, psychologically, it'll make a difference.
I would say that therapy has been one of the most life-changing things I've ever had to do. It's just made me a better human being.
It's helped me understand the triggers that require help when I need help, and knowing that the help is there.
So if I'm struggling with something, I know how to approach that and focus on what I need to sort out.
I'm not afraid of the issues anymore because I have control.
It's made me much stronger, much more resilient, and much more I've got someone in my corner.
It helps you stay grounded.
Definitely wouldn't be as self-aware if I didn't go to therapy.
I'd like to think it's maybe a better husband, maybe a better dad. It helped me realise and prioritise what is actually important.
Everyone deserves therapy because it will save their life. It's as simple as that. It saved my life multiple times.
And that's why we're here. Because like all those blokes, it's important to us that anyone who needs help feels confident enough to get it. We won't lie, there are barriers here. Finding the right therapist can be difficult. Wait times can be painfully long, and it can get expensive. But we believe the wait and the investment in yourself is worth it. Just remember, the thing about therapy is, it's fucking excellent.